Today, on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing the top 5 win rate decks of July 2024. As we go out to Untapped GG and take a look at its tiered list and bring to you the top 5 win rate decks for the last week in the current meta. These decks are guaranteed to take you up that rank ladder faster than you've ever ranked before. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host. Remember, this episode will be entirely performed by Sock Puppets, Dr. Yukon Sucket. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Sucket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing you the top 5 win rate decks of July 2024. Once again, I'll describe it. I go out to Untapped GG, pull up the tiered list, and I filter down to those that are in the meta that goes back a week ago. So these aren't stuff that's good over the course of from the beginning of the meta to today. It's from this last week. So we got whatever the hottest decks are out there right now. And I will warn you, they are all pretty much the exact same thing. It's like, you know, white, red, or Boros aggro decks. Yeah, man. That's it. I'm looking forward to rotation because finally we can break the back of mono white humans and do something different for a change. Let's cross our fingers and hope for the best. All right, so there we go. Let's start off with number 5. All right, we're playing against Dean Mortlock. Dean Mortlock. Mortlock. Interesting word. 23. Which is better? Just trying to get out a token of some sort, apparently. Let's go for that Peculiar. Get some damage in. Bam! Yeah, I'm winning. I will let things go for a second. Resolute Reinforcements is going to be good with what we got going on. He wants to kill. I see he's playing his stuff at instant speed as well. All right, there's my guys. Question, do I want to take out Malcolm? Is he really worth it? Sure, he's a card draw engine for him. I'm guessing something more like Shoulder would be much more worth it. Oh, how disappointing. Let's get some beef on there. Don't be countering stuff. Lame. Come on, man. You just roll over in front of me here. All right, Tiny Bones. All right, I'll throw this down for 4. It's fine. Let's go ahead and kill off 4 Tiny Bones. While I have 2 mana to be able to counter something potentially. What are you doing, Dean? Nothing. And you are killing me here. You were taking such a long time to make any decision. Of course, it took me 3 clicks to be able to figure out how to click on Tiny Bones. All right, man. I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to bounce? All right, cool. Still dead. Now it's a Spectre. Procure. And in 2. All right, got him down to 11. We'll be rolling in with what? Probably enough to kill him. Unless he counters something or kills something. Tiny Bones is out. Alright, so that means there won't be death. Unless I get something cool this turn. He's still holding back. He's got counters in his hands. Let's not. What do we got here? Clue and blood. Let's just go in. All right, got another guy. Everybody's a little pumped. That's great. The recruiter's he's gonna go for it next turn. All right, so you're just gonna play defense back there or not? That's the question. You got yourself a little shark guy up there. You could probably pay for him. I'm sure he costs less than 4. You got to keep it. All right, we're coming. We're coming. Look out. It's a fish. He's all rainbow colored. Don't make me make him be all squeegee. There we go. I squeeged him. All right, Resolute Reinforcements. That gives haste, right? Yeah. If I have enough to put him out, I need 5. I have to pull a man on this next turn. That'd be fantastic. All right, he's phased out. Good for you. Yeah, look at that, man. You got all your mana. We did not get it. All right, we're just going to go for it. Here we go. I got enough to kill you as is. I don't know what you're planning on doing. You could counter this guy or you can kill one of my guys. Maybe 2 of them. Maybe even 3. I'm going for the throat. He's just countering it. All right, there you go. All in. Come on. In. All right, you gotta kill at least one of my guys and then block another one. There's your block. He's flashing his cards. I'm not sure he has to read every word on all of them. He's got 2 cards. I know it's difficult for you. There you go. All right, you still got a third guy you don't seem to know about. You can't use him anymore. I think we're going to see some potty pants action here pretty quickly. Potty pants. Does whatever a potty pants can. Make them wet, any size. Kinda stinks, attracts the flies. Look out. Here comes the potty pants. Actually, the dude hasn't potty pantsed yet. He's just really hoping he'll draw something to help him out. You know right now whether you are going to have the ability to put off your life for one more turn. You know it. I've only got to get one guy through. You got 0 blockers. Let's take a look at this guy here. It requires 4 additional mana. Yeah, you don't have the mana for it. So he's nothing, which means everything you have is in your hand right there. Oh, I see. You may cast a discarded card without paying its mana cost. All right, there we go. In we go. Don't rope me. All right, you gotta somehow get rid of 3 guys. I think you get rid of 2 at best. I mean, you only got 2 cards, man. There's not a lot of decision making going on here. I mean, the guy's at silver level here, right? He has played before. Wow. That's pretty amazing. I got even more guys out now. And technically, if we'd attacked with the shark guy as well, that would have been cool for him. Sorry, man, but you're not going to get anything. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to wipe the board? He's just struggling. And the fact that I'm down to 4 is pretty fantastic. Let's just do this. There's Potty Pants right there. Victory! Alright, so we are with Boros Convoke. And Boros Convoke, this is weird. I usually don't see like War Leader's Call in Boros Convoke. That's kind of an interesting addition to here. I mean, if I'm playing Boros, I'm going to be definitely playing War Leader's Call, especially with little swarm dudes like this. So that is a fantastic add. The interesting thing is that we got the Sanguine Evangelist, who's not a human. A lot of times you see Sanguine Evangelist in mono-white humans nowadays. So I appreciate Sanguine Evangelist in Boros Convoke because she is white and she puts out dudes, which is going to help the War Leader's Call quite a bit. Also, the case of the Gateway Express does favor having a lot of dudes out. This deck tends to do that, specifically because of Resolute Reinforcements. And all those extra dudes help you cast the Convoke guy a lot earlier. We don't have any other Convoke cards in there. There's some good Convoke, like red cards that would do a great job. But it's not in here. I don't know why. Maybe because it's not expensive. You got the same principles you're using to cast the Knight-Errant we could use for doing probably bigger damage if we wanted to. This guy is a wonderful guy in this kind of a deck. Because if you were to kill an artifact as provided by the Epicure, then you're able to have 3 points off of this thing straight up. Plus, each of them become 2/2s. Sorry, I just got a transient case of hiccups there. So anyways, Boros Convoke, it's been strong recently in the meta. This thing's dropped all the way down to the 5th level. I had some notes here. Let me just check them super quick. Boros Convoke has dropped 1 point from 4th place to 5th in this last month. So, and the question is, of all the decks we're playing today, I think this one has the best chance of making it relatively unscathed into past rotation. Like, the only card I believe that was on here that we had to worry about was the Voldaren Epicure. But I think the rest of these guys are all good to go. Let me just check super quick here. Yeah, I mean, over here we got some Kamigawa lands that have to go, but lands are no big deal. You kind of flop them out with whatever you need to do. All right, so yeah, you kill a couple of Kamigawa lands, you get rid of the Epicures, replace them with something else, possibly something puts out a token, and you're good to go. All right, so this one is one we're probably going to continue to see in the top 5 getting into the next, back in the next month, because it'll hold out past the rotation. And I can't say so well about what's ahead of it there. But anyways, there we go. Number 5 for this month, Boros Convoke. Playing against Magic the Kitahara. The Kitahara. Kitahara! Keep! Ooh, look at these cards we're never going to be able to play in a month from now. We don't have a lot of guys, do we? These guys will turn into guys. That's not bad. If I would, you would take out the code breaker, but you gotta have to go for non-creatures. It's all limited, dude. I'll put on the code breaker. Yoink. All right, we got Ancestral Angers. I'm feeling the anger. I got to discard a card. This Kumano is another dude, so I'm going to play the Kumano is what I'm going to do. Crazy! Alright, I'm going to flip this guy out. He's fine. It'll count. It'll pump. Let's do a little Ancestral Anger. Pump. It's Anger again. That sounds fine. Go! Get him! He's down to 2! Ho 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 ho! Oh, mono red! How do I love thee? We got another hasty guy next turn. I think we got this one sewed up. He's got to chew up all my guys. He's only got 3 mana, and he's got to chew all of my guys up. Now you could do it if you had like a whole handful of whatever it is, the ones that kill little tiny dudes. Not go for the throat. There we go. And we win! Suck it! Oh, mono red! Oh, you are so wonderful. Victory! All right, here we are with mono red prowess. Only number 4. I always wonder every single month, why isn't mono red like number 1 on the list? It seems like it should totally be winning all the time. It can go so fast. It can just totally kill people. And mono red prowess, with all the prowess we got going on, is just so incredibly good. This is my particular flavor. Everybody has their colors and their decks that they love. This is it for me. But there is a lot of people that hate this deck. I know you're out there. I know you do. I hate blue decks. I hate counter spells. This is, you know, I understand you hate these decks, right? Because they're just too fast, too powerful, too good. Let's talk about rotation proof. What do we got here? That one's going away. This one's going away. Staying, going away, staying. That one's staying, going away, staying. So there's a lot that's going away. But the thing is, though, is that Ancestral Anger, Kumano's probably the biggest loss here. This one, the pump, and this one, the direct damage, we could replace it with something else. That's not that big of a deal. And 1 single land, who cares, man? That's no big deal. We'll make that 18. The big deal here is losing Kumano. That was such a good card for such a long time. We've been playing with it for 3 years, and it's got so much value pumped into it for a single individual red. It is so hard to give this one up, and it's going away. Still, I mean, we'll be able to play without it. It's just, we will really miss you, etchings of Kumano and Kumano pieces, Kakazan. I would have told you that Monastery Swiftspear were going away, but apparently she's relatively recent. You know, I mean, she's probably getting into her 2nd year at this point. We have her for another year. What is that, Brothers War, I think it is? But anyways, yeah, this is still going to be a pretty decent deck. It's going to go forward. We'll replace it with some other stuff. It'll be strong. It'll be good. We'll be fine and ready to go. How do we play this deck? Yeah, it's just getting these prowess guys out and then just pumping these cheap red pumps into it. Either you go straight for people's face, you clear the board. It doesn't matter. Your guys are just going to lap that stuff up like crazy. Godric is the only non-prowess guy out there. But he likes to pump himself, providing you're putting out multiple permanents. I think that he might be a mistake for this deck. But it's hard to pass up on Godric. He is really, really decent all by himself. Being as cheap as he's only 3 mana. I'm hoping we get something good out of Bloombarrow. That'll maybe, I mean, this deck is always being worked on. Usually it's called Red Deck Wins. In this case, because it's all pretty much prowess, it got an official title of Mono Red Prowess. All right, so there you go. 4th place for July, Mono Red Prowess. And we're playing against Injik 81. Injik. You should buy a valve, my friend. Oh, are we going to go forth with this? We pick a creature type. They're all humans. All right, we're cool. We won't be able to play any instants or sorceries. I'm not sure how many we have in this deck. Usually it's just creature. So we're going to go for it. I value the fact that I can play everything in my hand with what I got. Oh, look, Demir again. Human. If you put dudes out, we could actually stall, and that would be bad. That'd be bad, okay? You doing bouncing? I always appreciate a good bounce. See, I really hate blue because I hate counter spells. But balancing is a big thing I like that blue does. I like how well they work with artifacts. I like the fact that they've got flying guys. Human! Would like to pick up another mana at some point. This guy wants to counter. He's the devil incarnate. I personally think that's a very good black card. You should have at least one of them in your set. And I think you should play multiple 2-count destroy creature cards. Some of them that cost you. There we go. Good job, everyone. Let's keep putting little dudes out just in case. I'm gonna put Lunarch Veteran and Vanguard. We should have a wide variety of creature kill. Just because you never know what you're going to run across. If someone's playing all Outlaw, you'd be totally screwed. You got the one that does well against non-artifacts. You got to get somebody that's non-artifact, you got the other ones. It's funny, we played against another Dimir guy. He was also really slow. I think they're full of utility and they don't know what to do. Don't be wiping the board. There you go. Potty jerk. I could always choke it back for a little bit here. So I need to keep all my dudes, and this is just going to get killed against all that stuff. Let's put this guy out. Brutal Cathar. I don't see Scrub will help a lot. The question is he going to not defend? We got wards like crazy now. You only got one mana, my friend. And I got ward on everything except for the Vanguard. That's the only guy you could touch. There you go. Good for you. Alright, you're playing with the full meal deal. You got 5 mana. There you go. Good job. Now you're going to wipe the board? Another Haughty Djinn. Alright, I got 3. Let's do Coppercoat and a Skrell. I'd be willing to go into the Lunarch Veterans. I just have to get them strong enough. I need the two of the Intrepid Adversaries. Get them strong enough for that. Lovely. Alright, we're still going to go. Draw. There we go. That's a nice land. Do they cost 2? That's what I got to do to put it out, huh? Alright, pump. Alright, we are good. Should I just make them have protection from black? All creatures? No, one creature in particular, huh? All right, let's go in. I'll attack. We'll pull back Skrelv. 4 attackers. Not him. Dang it. Yeah, but that's who I really wanted to protect. I was willing to give up on Sholdred, but I got all confused there. And I won anyway. Victory! Alright, so we are with Old Faithful Mono White Humans, number 3 position. You know, Mono White Humans has been like number 1 for years now. And I'm really hoping that post-rotation this thing is going to die off. Or at least be relegated to 2nd tier, something like that. I think I've only seen it fall off the list one time. This time, it's back, you know, it's still there. What did we do? I think we dropped down 1 position for last month. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we dropped down 1 position just because Boros is still rocking it so hard right now after the last set got released. Let's take a look. What does it make it up here? Let's see what's not rotation proof. Let's take a look at that. Gone. Staying, 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 gone. Intrepid Adversary is really good. Staying, gone, gone, staying, gone, staying, and gone right there. And this one's staying. Cavern of Souls, how about you? You're staying as well. Okay, great. So like half this deck is going away. That's why I think this deck is not going to do so well post-rotation. I mean, without Adeline, without Brutal Cathar, I mean, there's replacements. There's that Fox guy you can change out for the Brutal Cathar. Because he takes anything that's not a Fox. And, well, with the next set coming out, there's probably going to be a bunch of Foxes. So maybe he won't be as good. But right now, he's just as good as a Brutal Cathar in my vote. But Intrepid Adversary is going to be gone. Thalia is going to be gone. I mean, Lunarch Veteran. There's an enchantment you could use rather than Lunarch Veteran. But, man, if you want to put out, you know, people that can potentially cause a little bit of damage, Lunarch Veteran's got that double duty right there. All right, so yeah, what is great about this deck? This is great is because it's got some utility. It's all creatures, like 100% creatures, and it's got Convoke kind of dug into it, so you can get that Knight-Errant out a little bit early, potentially on turn. I think it's 3 is when you can do that thing. If you had an easy hit, it'd be creatures, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, you put down your 3rd mana, and then you can use all of that 5 to cast the Knight-Errant, getting him out on turn 3, which means you're attacking on turn 4 with a 4/4. As well as pulling even more soldiers, at least 2 of them out of the top of your deck and into your hand to continue just to throw things down. The only non-creature I think you can see in here is this Ossification. Yeah. And that just pins things down. Same thing with Eiganjo. Eiganjo is a great clutch card. All right, well, anyway, so I'm hoping this one sucks. I'm hoping this is the last time we see this in the top 5. Definitely won't be part of rotation as is. My third position for July, it's Mono White Humans. All right, we're playing against Bro. I imagine. Keep. How many guys we got? We got 1. Well, that's our little hero. All right, let's keep him alive, like by begging our opponent not to kill him. He's going for the same thing. All right, double strike. If I block against the Swiftspear, Virtuoso will be dead. Okay. Everything else that's a sorcery as well. Now we're cool. Alright, we laid them all down. He doesn't know what to do. He needs to play defense, and he doesn't want to. Unfortunately, everything we got is a sorcery. Killing off the Virtuoso, good for you. No blocks. Alright, let's just pile this out. A little bit of lifelink maybe. That sounds cool. 1, 2. Ancestral Anger. Let's give him some lifelink. That sounds great. Next. Alright, we win. Yeah, we won by a lot. I didn't do any math. Didn't know that was coming. It was a great surprise. Victory! Alright, so we are with Boros Heroic. Heroic. Why can't I pronounce it? Heroic. I was going to put a second R in there somehow. Yeah. So why is this somehow better than, what is it, Mono Red Prowess? Essentially, it's kind of the same thing. You got a bunch of guys that respond well to being pumped up with temporary cheap instants and sorceries. I think the big deal here is that the white gives us a little bit more protection and life gain, which is what we're getting out of the deal. Plus double strike. I'm fairly certain double strike's better than prowess. But I mean, this one gives them indestructible. This one gives them, +1/+1 in vigilance. This one gives them lifelink. So yeah, it's the lifelink I think that's really making this thing work well. Because if you come in with a big hit, especially on something that has double strike, and you get twice that amount of damage back as life, if you're not killing somebody else, at least you set yourself up for at least another turn. Because hopefully your opponent can't do as much damage in one turn as you've been doing. Yeah, Boros Heroic, relatively new to the list. I think this guy jumped up. Let me just check my notes here real quick. Yeah, he just came out of nowhere. I'm assuming he was probably number 7 or number 8 last month when we were doing this kind of thing. But Boros Heroic made it all the way up to number 2. Beating out Mono White Humans for, its place on the list there. All right, so there you go. Number 2, Boros Heroic. We're playing against Dante for Hell. Dante for Hell. That's a lot of non. What are we playing here? Knigets? I have no white. Yeah, we should do what? Humans to start off with? Yeah. Human. This guy's a psychopath. He's not playing with a pet. I don't know. What do you get rid of here? Knight-Errant? Who knows? Could cost what? Like 4 to be able to look at stuff? Alright, 2. Human. Why not? Let's power things up. 1, 2, 3. Cancel, whatever. In we go. Did it say other? I should be able to tap him. Maybe because he was no, I don't know why. Maybe I just couldn't figure out how to use it well enough. I can still get Knight-Errant down at the next turn. This guy's going for my throat, though. Auto pay. One guy, that's what we get out of the deal. Ooh, we have... Okay, he's human. That's fine. I don't have enough to kill him, do I? 4, 5, 6. Plus another 3. Let's just do this. Alright, we got him lethal next turn, provided we get to keep our guys out. Yikes! Can I just get around him? Is that a thing I can do? I'll try. Alright, no math! Okay, you can block 1. I don't care beyond that. And we win! Suck it, Obliterator! In your squirrely black face! Victory! Alright, so we are with Boros Humans, #1 again. Did this thing go up? Let me just check my notes here. It held still. Last month it was #1. This month it is #1. Boros Humans, still holding together. The stupid part is there's only one red card. Just one. The Recruiter. Why? Because he provides that bomb at the end to get everybody fighting. Kung Fu fighting. Just, it's a +1 in haste. It is nothing. Yet this is what makes this deck so good, is this little guy right there. You know, he just came out with, well, it just came out. It's a couple sets ago now, 2 or 3. But yeah, he's holding this thing together. Because this is just mono white humans, otherwise, is all we really got. Look at Sanguine Evangelist in here. It's not a human. Still, because it puts out 2 guys, you know, it's that value. And it allows us to do the Convoke a little bit easier. The thing is, I don't know why this isn't called Boros Convoke, because we've got the Knight-Errant in there. We've got the Resolute Reinforcements, as well as the Evangelist out here, so we can pay for the stuff a little bit earlier. It should be Boros. It should be Boros Convoke. I don't know why. I can't tell the difference between them. I guess, was it Mono White? No, Boros Convoke is a totally different thing. I think Boros Convoke had War Leader's Call in it. I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense. Just because you had War Leader's Call doesn't make you the Convoke deck and this one the human deck. It's not all humans. It's just crazy. But anyways, this is how they were labeled on Untapped GG. So this is what we end up playing. How much of this is rotation proof? I mean, it's the same problem with Mono White Humans. Hopeful Initiate, gone. Lunarch Veteran, gone. Thalia, gone. Brutal Cathar, gone. Adeline, gone. Half this deck is going to be gone. So much like Mono White Humans, I don't think this deck is going to do well past, you know, the early August there. Over here, what do we got? We got Eiganjo, gone. Secluded Courtyard, gone. The rest just seems to be okay. Still, like a lot of the good lands, gone out of this point. So yeah, this deck is not going to do too well. So play it while you got it, man, because this deck is the rockinest one for right now. Yet, we're not. Doesn't have a long life. It's on life span. What is it called? Life control. Can't remember the term we're looking for is. All right, anyways, there you go. Boros Human #1 for July 2024. All right, so here we are with the top 5 decks, the win rate decks from Untapped GG. You notice what we got there? It's Boros, Mono White, Mono Red, Boros. It's just red and white cards. What else do they have in common? Aggro. Aggro, man. So if you're playing white, you're playing red, you're playing aggro, you're going to do okay. This meta is just set up for you right now. I'm looking forward to rotation just so we can break this back. What it is that Mono White Humans has been dominating for years now. And all we've been doing is just, it's cool seeing Boros come in and get its due finally. But still, it's just riding on the back of Mono White Humans. But still, Boros Heroic jumping out of nowhere to come to #2, pushing everything else down. Azorius Soldiers falling off. It was kind of exciting to see the list change up a little bit. That's why I enjoyed that we're playing like the most recent week rather than from start of the meta to the current, is because it has a little bit more variation. Plus, when we're talking about win rate, it's not within the last month, it's within the last week. So therefore, it is what is in the utmost, like the symptom of what the current meta is right now. All right, so there you go. There's your top 5. If you play with any of these decks, I'm sure you'll have a great time winning. Hopefully you won't get too bored letting them just do what they need to do. Thing is, that mono red prowess, man, that thing is so fast. You can just totally blow people away before anything, even the game's barely started. All right, if you decide to play with any of these decks, I hope that you have as much fun as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.